Welcome to 3P Engineering's series of vignettes explaining how we can help you drive waste out of your supply chain and optimize your total delivered cost. This vignette focuses upon the number of docks required versus available, as well as shipping and receiving dock manpower and equipment requirements. 3PE provides unique performance solutions utilizing people and processes into fully integrated systems with a proprietary software package, 3PE Cube. Shipping and receiving dock requirements analysis. This series of vignettes will focus on the internal plant material flow process, with dock analysis being the first element. The components of the dock analysis process are number of docks available versus the number of docks required, the number of pieces of equipment and associated manpower required to support dock operations. Results of the dock analysis process. Estimated number of containers or unit loads per shift received. Based upon your actual daily shipping data, 3P engineers will construct a unique database within our proprietary software, 3PE Cube. This data will then be broken into shift decrements, which assumes balanced receipts and/or outbound shipments across all shift patterns. If shifts are not balanced, that's not a problem. Unique shift requirements will be determined through individual analyses per shift and comparisons made. This may lead to a change in work process to balance the shift's workload and minimize equipment and manpower requirements. Estimated number of trailers per shift. Based upon the number of containers per shift, 3PE Cube is utilized to determine the number of trailers that will be required per shift to be received at the receiving docks. Similarly, all outbound shipments of returnable containers, product shipments to your customers, and other miscellaneous shipping dock requirements, such as dedicated trash compactors and the like, will be determined. Utilize dock time in hours per shift. This is the total amount of time required to load and/or unload the total number of trailers per shift that will be received and/or shipped. Docks required estimate. Based upon the utilized dock time, the number of docks required is estimated by measuring the total time required by the time available per dock. Docks required with roundup. The calculation simply rounds up the estimated docks requirement estimate to a whole number of docks. Docks utilized is the estimated docks requirement divided by the rounded up docks required. These calculations will be included in the total plant's material flow plan when determining which commodities should be received and/or shipped from available docks or from proposed docks to minimize in-plant material moves. Shipping, receiving dock manpower, and equipment requirements are determined using the circle of work methodology, breaking down each individual work element. A typical shipping and receiving dock circle of work consists of drive to trailer, drive into trailer, pick up stack, drive out of trailer, drive to marshaling, drop stack at marshaling. The process is then repeated until the trailer is fully unloaded. Timing assigned to each of these elements utilizes your work standards or most or industry standards. This circle of work describes a typical loading of the previously emptied trailer with empty returnable containers to be returned to your suppliers. It can also depict loading the empty trailer with loaded containers for shipment to your customers. The same timing assignments made for received material is utilized in outbound material. Each forklift and operator's time is accounted for during the course of one shift's work. Equipment and manpower requirements are estimated for each piece of equipment within each circle of work. Typically, forklifts are utilized for this type of work. However, if automatic slug unload equipment, SGVs, or AGVs are utilized, they will be grouped into unique circles of work and measured accordingly. In the case of forklift drivers, we generally assume that there will be one person assigned to one truck per shift. If that's not the case, adjustments are made based upon your work patterns. Yamazumi charts are generated for each individual driver and piece of equipment to segregate value-added from non-value-added activities and to determine utilization and efficiency of each operator and each piece of equipment. Underutilized personnel and equipment will have work content added from overutilized personnel and equipment.